Good Friday morning, Foggers. You made it to the end of the week again. It's a great thing. I hope your week has been good. I hope everybody's been safe and healthy. I hope that you've been challenged. I hope that you have put yourself in an uncomfortable position to make changes that will allow you to grow and be better, right? That's what we want to do here at 3M Fog, right? Help each other get better. So one of the things I wanted to bring you today were yesterday I came across Travis Gribble. We now follow each other. He runs a Instagram called my_arena. If you get a chance, you should follow him. You should look at some of his videos. He is another advocate that we have on our side about PTSD and suicide and stuff. And he was addressing somebody that had improperly addressed the suicide of the Boston officer that we discussed yesterday, right? And basically it was just, some ignorant statement or a statement that he thought or he felt that was ignorant about, just blaming our issues on work trauma, right? Work-related trauma, first responder trauma. And I wholeheartedly agreed with him, and we were exchanging back and forth where, we talk about bringing a bag of shit from our personal life, especially our childhood. And then we have triggers and things that happen with work. And that is where things get really dangerous for us, right? Yes, we see trauma. Yes, an accumulation of many years of first responder work, whether police, fire, military, even corrections and dispatchers. Yes, an accumulation of stress is horrible, but I was quick to respond to him, and he agreed that we have personal issues that we bring in. Again, childhood issues are probably the most dangerous, and then personal issues, financial stress, problems with our children. Sometimes we have horrible stories of some of our kids that are sick, and then when you compound it with the stress from work, right, that is where we see a lot of our major issues, right? And I wanted to tell you that I thought I've been wrong, right? And I'm, like I told you, I'm imperfect, and I think I've been really wrong, and I'd like to hear from you guys. But when I tell you guys after we have a suicide, like, who cares? He did it. The problem is that he did it. Well, some of our most important people at work are crime analysis people, right? Because they study trends and stuff. And I was thinking about the Bin Laden case. If you've seen the movie where, the Navy SEALs go in and they kill Bin Laden, and the real hero behind the story, and this is by the own testimony of the Navy SEALs and Department of Justice, is the analysis, or the analyst, I should say, that studied everything about Bin Laden. They knew everything, what he ate, what he thought, how he dressed. I mean, everything. They really get into their life and find out what's going on. And I've been wrong when I've been saying, I believe I've been wrong when I've been saying, what matters is that they killed themselves, and we have to prevent that. And yes, we do. But I think it would be a great thing if we knew what it was, maybe like possible trends before these people, our brothers and sisters, have taken their life, right? Like, what was it? Is it all going to be financial? Is it all going to be just trauma? Is it all going to be, and we do know that it's just an accumulation of stuff, and there was a trigger and it went off. But I think I've been wrong in saying that, yeah. And again, I didn't say we don't care, like we just don't care. Obviously we care. That's why we're here. But I think that it would be a great thing. And again, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to go about doing it. I would hate to try and sit with the families and dig, because it's just, they're dealing with horrific. But I do think that it's important that we find out what it was. We had a case in our department here, without saying names, that there was an allegation made against him by a family member. And we knew the guy. The guy was a great guy. And then later, after his suicide, there were rumors that it was all because of a bad divorce or whatever. And that would have been really horrific. And if somebody made a false allegation, they're going to have to live with that. But I'm just saying that I think we can start to learn and see if there's a trend, see if there was one thing that was the last straw. I don't know. So I think I've been wrong in saying that. And again, I say it from a good place. So I think we need to look at that. And now when I just mentioned now no names, right? One of the most important things that I told you was going to be important to me was not getting in the way of God, right? I didn't want to mess up this opportunity. And I just want to further tell you that I have been extremely protective of you guys. And what I mean by that, I don't say names, right? The only name I've mentioned was Freddie Ramirez because he was our director and he shot himself, right? And it's been out in the news, and I think that, and I will keep saying that him still being here is greater than where he's at and what he's doing. I think he can save lives, right? And we're going to keep working on that. So I don't say names. I think that one of the most important things when we're discussing not just suicide, addiction, just counseling, just peer support is confidentiality. I think it's huge. When I was in my other department, my previous department, I signed papers, non-disclosures, confidentiality, right? It's protected by law. Now I'm retired, so the going thing is that, I'm really not attached to somebody or whatever, and I can tell you that I would sit and rot in jail before I ever discussed anything with anybody, I should say. And again, the peer support is here and in place. And the one common, most important thing is when you deal with a person that's in crisis, right? A future threat of harm to themselves or another person, that right there nixes any type of confidentiality because we have to act, right? And I think that's across the board. So I wanted to tell you that you're protected, right? Confidentiality. I got another phone call last night from a girlfriend of mine from work. We've been friends for years, and her girlfriend left her, and she's heartbroken, and we discussed it and we talked about it, and she was very distraught. But the fact that she was crying and feeling, I thought was an important thing, and I described that. Our emotions sometimes suck. Like when we go to funerals, we need to feel, we need to be able to put that out there. But I thought it was important that she felt comfortable to call me, not because I'm some great guy, and I tell you that again, but she felt comfortable that for years we have been talking about issues with her. And, because I know her background, I think what came into play last night that, she was adopted and issues of abandonment came in, right? She was left last night. She was left as a kid. And I think that when we deal with our trauma, we need to look into deep, not superficial, deep things like, why do I feel the way I do? And it comes from, again, childhood, foundation, where we're from, right? I think that's when it gets very dangerous. So, we spoke last night, and I thought to myself at first, like, oh shit, I'm going to have to get dressed and go to her house, But we talked about it. She had reached out also to professional services from our previous department and her current department. So I felt comfortable, right? And I'll be reaching out to her now because I know she's working. But I wanted to get back into why it's important, confidentiality, feeling comfortable. Another thing that I discussed with a friend of mine is there's a lot of political races coming up locally, state, and nationally, right? And I won't get into politicizing anything here only because I don't want to turn any of you off. I have my own feelings, opinions, and stuff. And I just don't want to turn anybody away from here. So I don't politicize things here because ultimately the only thing that I care about is you and me and us. So there's no need for me to politicize. Now, I will tell you this, the people that are running for office, you need to press them. You need to force them and talk to them so we know where they stand when it comes to us. The only thing that matters is us. I don't give a shit anything else. What is going to be the best person in office, again, locally, state, and nationally, that are going to care and take care of us? And that should be important, and you should be pressing them on those ideas. But I won't bring those ideas here because, again, the only thing that matters to me is you. And I never want to turn people off here. I will never say names unless I ask you because I think it's beneficial. And again, our politicians, and God knows why they want to get involved here, and our country is going in a direction which is scary. And again, I'm not going to politicize, but we need to push for people that are going to be good to us and that are going to give us power and embrace us and help us, right? So I wanted to bring that message that you have to feel comfortable. You can't, and I try not to make statements here that will turn people off. Again, I'm here for you and for us and for me, right? So I just wanted to bring that there is a lot of people that care about us. I care about you, and I know you guys care about me because people have reached out and thanked me and checked up on me. So I just wanted to, on a Friday, as we get out of here, I wanted to, again, Friday, leave you with hope, right? That, you have a friend in me, that you have a brother in me and in us. And I know that if I need to turn to people here, I know who they are, right? And you need to find somebody, whether it's not me or whatever, you need to be comfortable with somebody that you trust, that you feel like you can open up to, right? That you know that are not going to betray you, because it's important in our profession. You say the wrong things, it can cost us, right? So that was the message today. I want you to leave Friday on a weekend, have a safe weekend, feel confident that there is help, that you can reach out, that you're not going to ever tell me shit where I'm going to go, this guy's a freaking weirdo. I'm a weirdo. I have embraced the crazy, right? And I say that not to be, to say it in a bad way, but it just is what it is, right? We think out of the box, and we have to continue to think out of the box to help each other. So again, I don't want to make this a long drawn out thing, but you have help, you have people that care. It's important to feel comfortable with people and trust people. I want you to have a great weekend. We have Miracle on the Mile. There's Miami Heat games. There's all types of stuff. Spring training up north in Central Florida where the Marlins are playing. Get out. It's beautiful weather. Get out, be with your family. When you're with your significant other and your children, let them know how you feel. Also ask them, like, what do you see in me? Like I remember a while back, I asked my son, what do you think I could do better at? Hey, Dad, you get really pissed off really easy and whatever. So I've been trying to work on that. So these are all good things, right? Growth. That's what we want. Growth. We want to feel comfortable. We want to be able to trust people. Communication and relationships are important. Okay. So I wanted to leave you that on Friday. I'm grateful for everything that I have received from us doing this, because it's never about me. It's about us. I'm grateful for you guys. I just wanted to leave you with a little bit of hope on Friday, right? Love yourself, take care of yourself, hydrate, meal prep, push some weight, take a walk, do the things that are good for us, right? Search for the endorphins in a healthy way. And that's what I wanted to leave you with today, right? I love you, I respect you. Love yourself, okay? Respect yourself, and you should be proud of yourself in everything you do. If there was something that didn't go your way, the reset button, right? The sun comes up every day. We start again, all right? Thank you so much, and God bless you and keep you, all right? 3M Fog.